Hello, humans and non-humans alike, and good if it applies to you. Unfortunately, he actually spoke this part of his conversation, and I ended up clicking X before I started recording. So now I have to say it. It wasn't a war, it was a god stepping past himself. The country of Red Ceres and all their heathens. They're paying for it now. Although by my count, the fire should have roared through their country with more force, catching all their souls. Truth, it wasn't even a war. It was a cautionary tale about pride. Specifically, Wade one's pride. He should have stayed a farmer. What happened was, what, 15, 16 years ago, 2807? My memories are back with the younger me. I don't hold on to dates, I hold on to actions and causes. The war was an act of arrogance, born straight from Red Ceres' twitching legs. A man thinks himself more than a man. Want to kill someone? Tell him a god speaks through him, and tell him he means him to lead, which puts him at the front of any army. And the army was as strong as you'd expect for Red Ceres, as sick as that country was to begin with, yet a war was likely just what they needed. And what the fuck was wrong with the country that they needed a damn war led by a crazy god ruler? Red Ceres has its share of troubles. It deserves all of them. It deserved Wade when he was the light that led them to the flame. Red Ceres was in decline. It had poison already eating its veins. Economic bleeding, dying of their faith. Then Wadewin. This farmer claims to take up Aethys in the flesh and gives them the worst kind of hope. What happened then? Death! They crowned him. They make him a king, the worst kind of blasphemy. And once he wears the crown on his head and the god in his flesh, why, he starts making changes. Divine changes. Durance's eyes blaze. Then he decides he's going to change us. Save us. Yeah, that's where he fucked up. Don't try to save other people. Just stick to yourself. How? He marches on the Deerwood to free us from our beliefs, like he freed the other souls in Red Ceres. Cold Morn offers up its belly with no resistance, and it's spared. The bloodshed starts with heat when he sacks Mercy Vale. A touch of irony that puts it to the flame. And what's Cold Morn? Durance spits, snarls. Cowards, and Cold Morn is an apt name for them. They lay still, frozen while their fellows burned. They'll pay Margren's price one day for such cowardice. I mean, come on. If an army literally marches through your town and you're just one town, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Did you offer them aid? Did you have an army ready to meet Aethys? No! Aethys keeps marching. Deerwood takes to the trees, cutting at his flanks. His scouts, his troops, it seemed near hopeless. Until Helgut Citadel, the Godhammer. I'm sorry, I need someone to contact the guy who voices Gabriel Angelos from the Dawn of War series, just to say, the Godhammer! Because I can't capture that. I mean, he has a plan, he has a hammer too, it's called the God Splitter! Godhammer versus God Splitter, who wins? There we put him to the flame, burn the god out of him, if there ever was one to begin with. Dozen brave men and women take to the bridge, make a stand. Then we torch him there with the fire of the Godhammer. And what the fuck is this very literal fantasy weapon of destruction exactly?
Gods have taken flesh, in all respects, taking willing and unwilling vessels. It's not a violation, it's what gods do, as long as they accept all that comes with it. Men are weak. Gods? Well, we showed old Widewen that he was flesh and blood, no matter how much light was pouring out of his farmer's hands. Took men of faith to build a weapon, a Godhammer. Judgment. Proved him dead at Helgut Citadel.
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, their independence. There are few that would deny that Aethys overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Aethys of this. A fire and force so terrifying, so bright it burned a god away. Durance holds his staff, and his hands lock around it, tracing the etchings as you watch. The top of the staff blossoms, burns brightly. Durance speaks, his face illuminated in the fire. A weapon that would burn brighter than Aethys, and we led him to it and burned him at the stake. The stake was a Godhammer, and we impaled it. You said you made this shit? Durance knows it wasn't easy shaping it, crafting it, the pieces, the curve of the relic. Even then, it was a massive thing, something that required a god to come to it rather than be cast at him. Though luring him to it, that was the easy part. Gods are prideful. We led him to fields, ones that he remembered as a farmer, perhaps. The fields right outside Helgot Citadel, Durance frowns. Now Godhammer Citadel. It was right across the Evan Dewar Bridge, an easy trek. Men died, then more died, luring Aethys onto Evan Dewar. We had carved veins and paths through the bridge, excavated the foundations, filled them with powder and ember-hungry grains. Eager to burn, our hands had even pried the mortar and rock loose, sharpened them to points so they might be rent from their foundation easier, and tear through the flesh of that pretender. So basically, you people made a giant fucking god-killing dirty bomb. That's fucked up.
We poured the God Hammer into its foundations with faith. Set it alight. Let the hammer fall upwards onto the anvil. 8 died before the God Hammer fell, and the God Hammer claimed the remainder, 12 in all.
And Aethys went back to Aether, or the grave. He's lost his voice and his love of war, I'll tell you that much. It took only taunts by men, and that was enough to lure him across the bridge and right into the new sun. It led Red Seer to see how bright their arrogance had become, and became a symbol by which we answered their purge with one of our own. Are you servants of Whale? Let mysteries and questions remain with him, at least until the next time we need rest. And, yep, unlike all the other characters, Durance can get tired of you fucking talking to him. And he's just like, shit, we have better shit to do, get moving. Arquebus! Alright, then let's get going. Actually, let me, I mean, this place is pretty watery, right? It's next to an ocean. Let's try this. Yep, let's check out to see if this place is Ansel Compass. They did mention, what was it, white something, and this is close to the ocean. Learn of the Grieving Mother past. Okay, well, export. Doesn't Aloth have a quest? Guess not. Oh well. Bye. Go to Temple of Vortica. Anyway, alright. I didn't actually look at his, he travels the cliffs, he saw in a vision. Cliffs overlooking water, but it was like sea, but But these aren't really cliffs, are they? I mean, the only cliffs I see are south of Andra's gift. In one bridge. I mean, it's overlooking water. Shit. But they said it was seawater, and Defiance Bay is pretty oceany. So let's just walk around here for a bit. Make sure it's not here. I don't know, wait, this is west, right? Yeah, it's west. This is west. I wish that would literally just say the direction instead of just always north.
I shall
Just
be
tell me
quiet as a
which way you're
calm
trying to
sea,
send me!
which is not
This is kind of cliff. Not really, but kind of. Okay, no vision thing happening. I mean, you can't go any more west than this, so... Actually, wait a sec. Dungeon construction complete. Oh, the dungeons are complete. I haven't built any. I haven't said anything else to build. My bad. Once again, stopping to check to make sure it's recording, which I will probably now be doing a lot more often. More security is always nice, and I finished everything in Bright Hollow. So I'm probably gonna build the walls first. Actually, the tower does offer one bit of security, so I'll probably build that. Alright then. I'm still gonna check around Anslog's compass for a bit. Use again, want to make sure. And actually, let's talk to the Grieving Mother too. Because, I mean, there's more companions, and I actually want to go through all of their quests and try them all out at some point.
Comes bearing questions, Watcher.
So to do that, though, I need to make sure. I heard the name Watcher, and you thought, so you remembered the birthing bell. Why?
It is because I once...
Such... Wait, didn't I already talk to her about this? Am I thinking of something else? Oh, wait. No, I think I died. Right. And then save. See word cipher in your mind. Okay. The only thing about Watchers, why do you believe you're a Watcher? I'm pretty sure I've already talked to her about this, but then I think I may have loaded a save or something and lost it, so... Okay. I want to know more about you, actually.
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
And I'm pretty sure I already talked about this.
For you, not...
So I'm just gonna go right through it. Pause if you want to. And, how do you see that then? Alright, can you tell me about the birthing bell?
The birthing bell. It is where I could draw new souls into the world. I recall some of the memory of it through what you have seen, but not all.
Where is this thing, actually? The birthing bell lies deep in the great forest of the Deerwood, at the border of Glenfaddenland. Surrounding it, barely a town, not one you would find on any map, but it held an important place for those there, even if we were far from the beaten track. Small families, tied like a knot, joined at the wrists and mind, in thought. All were welcome, all had purpose.
Many would come seeking their child's future, or a reading into the child's past, the lives its soul is said to have lived.
There's a slow chill, and for a moment, it seems as if she's going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen, and there's a spike of fear, alarm.
Such things are not mine to see. I meant no offense.
Oddly enough, it feels like she's not speaking to you. It feels like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill, which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. You feel the word Watcher resounding in her mind. You're frightened about Watchers then. As the thought of Watcher crosses your mind, you feel a sharp pain, stabbing, and a sudden burn of lashes across your back and shoulder, and then it is gone. And you feel the Grieving Mother before you, silent, almost fearful, wary. Oh, let me guess. You got discovered that you weren't a Watcher, and small towns, as crazy as they are, decided to beat you with burning lashes.
I was something else, but because the title Watcher was cast on me, the word carried away.
Again, I'm pretty sure I've already talked to her about this.
The world seems filled with such titles. They distract, I think, from the actions of the person. from their strengths.
Oh, yeah, what did you
I
tell them?
drew upon the present. I felt the soul of the mother before. One must guard oneself when drawing upon the thoughts of another. The pain of a mother's rage and disdain. Yes, and I live with that weakness still. I have learned to shield myself from such edged thoughts, strip them away. This is my calling, to show them the life I see before them, and even the most strongly worded tells may not be enough to save a child and allow it to be born. And with the weight of Watcher behind my thoughts, these tells gain strength. Strength I never possessed on my own. You must understand, without such weight upon my word, what use is a frightened will when a spirit is at stake? Would you let the fears of a mother end her newborn's life? You felt it in the memory, the weight of it, the importance of the child's life. It was a memory we shared.
Yeah, that was more of your shaping at work, lady. Suddenly there's a rasping cry across your consciousness. She raised her hand, and you see the chimes drape from them, yet they make no sound.
A greater good was done, and children were saved. It is a choice you may be forced to make one day. And when faced with it, you will make the same one.
Well, I mean, we did scrub a girl's mind, so I can't say I refuse to exercise that kind of control.
This choice is not yours to make, Watcher. You will do as the world needs, as its children need. It is greater than you and your twist of sight.
Alright, I guess there's no more talking to her. That's all she wants to talk about. And let me check the quest, though. The Grieving Mother was a midwife. There's ones used to read. She made this history and are fabricated. Okay, so it's more of wait until you talk more. Anyway. Alright then, let's just keep going around this joint.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet. I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
Oh god, please no, stop.
Which is...
Okay, it's not an Anslog's
I shall be
compass
quiet
then.
as a calm sea.
Stop saying that.
Which is not very... I shall be quiet as a calm
Oh my god,
sea,
why is it him every time?
which is not very quiet.
Okay, it's not here. It's good to know. And we actually do need to rest. I'm pretty banged up. So actually, let's just head to Caed Nua. I mean, if we're looking for cliffs or water, I mean, that gorge might connect to the ocean, so I should probably check there next. And you know what? I think part of Kana's quest is actually to go underground into Caed Nua to find his tablet thing. So you know what? Before we go to Defiance Bay, why don't we see if what we can do about that? It could be a nice trip. Who knows?
The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Ah, slaver, huh? I have ways of dealing with you. I'm not a particular fan of slavery. Seeing as, I think in this character's background, he was a slave. So that should be fun. And by fun, yeah, Rautai slave, death god-like. So, we're going to have fun messing him up a bit. Hey, is everything in order? That's good. Yeah, I did hire some people a while back. I think you were all here for that, or were you? Bright Hollow is looking rather nice. Alright, let's deal with this dude first before I go to sleep. Korgrak, you ready to bash his skull in? If I tell you to? You will do as I command. I figured there was a good chance to check to make sure it's still recording. Here are you, Solmer the Shackler. At last, I'm glad you're here, my lord. My name is Solmer, and I have a matter of some importance to discuss if you have time. Well, let's talk. Well, I have this throne of this woman behind me. I'll cut to the meat of it. I have a dozen Orlan slaves in Port Guara. Good, healthy stock. I'll fetch a fine price in Izamatl. I can get a ship up the coast. That's the tricky part. I haven't got the coin to stock a ship for the whole journey. Not without docking at a Deerwood port along the way, and running the risk of having my goods seized. Really, these Deerwood laws are completely impractical for an honest merchant traveling outside of Defiance Bay. I hoped you could be of assistance. You're not originally from Deerwood, I hear. Sure, you understand. I suppose you've had more experience with the locals. Lax law enforcement isn't. Very well. There's little profit made without some risk. Thank you for the advice, my lord. This is quite a relief. Get the fuck out of my castle and get captured by the cops, you dumbass. What makes you think I'd help you?
Well met, friend.
Show me your wares. And by show me your wares, I mean buy all my shit. Buy it. Buy it all or I'll kill you. How many fine hatchets do I got exactly? Shit. Get back. Sorry about that. Lion hide. Padded armor. Scrawled letter. Poultry. Pretty sure those are actually all ingredients. Get in. Buy all of my shit. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure you have nothing that interests me. Potion minor regeneration. Maybe I'll buy some potions off you. Yeah, if we're planning on doing the, and he's on 13 days, 25 hours. If we actually are planning on, going down, maybe some supplies is a good idea. Yes, I do not know what is that. Hello, Throne. How are you doing, steward? Wait, did I check my stash for shit I could sell? I have some sellable shit. Not a lot, though. Like, very little. In all actuality. Okay then, let's go to Bright Hollow and sleep. Then we shall explore Cade Nua. Because why not? Oh, I don't know, there's something called the Unseen Master down there, and it sounds very painful and evil. Okay then. That does sound kind of bad. Oh well, nothing to do about it. I mean, shit, that's why we're going down there, so it doesn't, like, rise up out of the joint and kill me later. I'd rather not have to deal with that.
Let's see what lies. Looks a little healthier than before.
We don't care about your opinion, Durance. Go away. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's open this place up. Bright Hollow. No reason really to use up camping supplies if we don't have to. Or if there isn't another camping supply directly in front of us. But at least that loaded faster. And wow, this place is looking nice.
Place is getting too nice. We start having fancy dinner parties, and I don't know if we can still be friends.
It's okay, dear. We'll keep the dinner parties nice and informal. Nice. Do we get a chef at any point? I'd love some rich, savory stew bubbles over the hearth. Wow, this is really nice. The new shelves smell rich with freshly cut timber. Damn, I haven't been here. And this is the lab, maybe? I don't really know. I think it must be. Alright then, let's just go upstairs. That's where the sleeping place is. In other words, the bed. We have a bed, we have a bed, we have a bed, we have a bed. Hey, Loth. Oh, I could just come back and talk to him too, if we're sick of him. To survival, I guess. Lore isn't really very important to us. Anyone screaming yet? That might try to disparage me in lore? No? Okay, we can keep going then. Durance, we've rested.
If
Questions?
doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Oh, boy. I hate this guy. What's this salvation shit? When the Animancer tried to place animal souls into children. If you ever needed proof of their trespasses, that alone speaks to it. Waidwin may have taken a god, but to put an animal inside the vessel of a child... Animancy is madness. Worse, it took too long to see the crime for what it was. I heard of the first tales, the Orlan suffering first. Like they always do. Animals within animals, compounding the madness. Oh, so not only are you a religious zealot, but you're pretty racist. Okay. First was a woman. Could have chalked that up to female weakness. And sexist! I really hate this guy. Then the Catman. Could have chalked that up to them being animals. His hands tightened on his staff, then more and more souls ended up with their claws. I would have given anything to place them within a cage, with those they saved, and see their craft shape the craftsman. Let those children tear their tormentors apart. I can only give a taste of what they suffered. It is meager fare for us both. Okay, we finally finished talking about the region.
Will seed more questions.
Tell me about Magrin, your flaming whore of a god. Gods, you're swelling with questions. One would think you were a child, or burning up inside. Oh, okay, wait, I probably asked about all that then. Wait, then why is this still blue?
Before...
Okay, regions, history, I know more about you. Where, where are you from?
Where I hail from? From one of Margaren's fires. A cathedral, ashfall, made of blackened trees. I studied the scriptures there. The fires carved into the land, the trunks of the burnt trees, and in the factories where the rifles and cartridges were shaped. All are chapels in other devotions.
Other devotions. For Margaret, any fire is enough for worship, physical or not. A blacksmith's anvil, a craftsman's bench, all arenas where fire is waiting to be born. It just needs a spark, like an alchemical fire, or a spark to a cartridges, to speed them to their purpose. Oh, so you were a crazy arsonist. Their purpose? Durance tilts his head, thinking, well, their purpose then. It was many thens ago. Durance scratches his beard. Beers was a little brighter than now. But yes, cartridges, guns all had a purpose, and that purpose was punching holes in mages and let their pompous air hiss out. Durance gives a half-smiled nod, woke their kind right up, and kept them staring at the ceiling in the dark instead of sleeping, that's for certain. A little violence as an accounting, an answer for unchecked power. Well, Margaret gave an answer for that. Yep, definitely put them on equal footing when you can blast a hole in somebody's skull. Durance nods again. Mages were troublesome in that time. Firearms made every man a mage, and the caster's pretty arcane shields was little match for them. It turned each commoner into a beast that could spit fire. It leveled the field of battle, that's for certain. Made many a mage a grave. You can tell me more about Ashfall. You're curious about it than most of Margaret's faithful. Now, what can you tell me about Ashfall? What more to tell? Durance frowns, his hand tightening on his staff again, his fingers seeming to sink into the wood. It is one of the greatest fires of Margaret, the high seat. He shrugs. Some say the blackest, not of evil, but of ash, all that remains after fire is fed. I called it a cathedral, bore. That's not the before. A bore. That's not the full truth of it. It's more a battlefield. It lies in the heart of the war of black trees. Its timbers built from the burnt forest there, each timber blasted by fire, at one of Margaret's greatest battles. Many of us helped shape the war effort there, with flames and firearms. Shit, so magic fought technology, and they had a stalemate. Oh man, just imagine when they have AK-47s and AR-15s and shit. What is the cathedral like? Do you have whale's eyes painted on your skin? Yeah, yay! He shuts up finally. I mean, it's kind of my fault. I'm the one talking to him, but still. Finally, he shuts his fucking mouth. And sorry about those weird pauses. That's me talking to people. Who occasionally don't understand the meaning of a do not disturb sign. That kid. They usually only talk when they have to. Only kids like me. And now for Walking Simulator 2018. Oh yeah, you hear Seven Deadly Sins is getting a game? See, the problem is, it's just a game that follows the storyline of the anime and manga. Not a fan of that. I prefer if you set it in like a movie, anime, book series sort of thing, not to follow the books directly, but to let you make your own character in the universe.
Stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
You know, that's what I prefer. I mean, I know other people have their own preferences, but that's just my personal one. Let's just go into the Great Hall. No, it's just, for me, it's more fun that way than to just follow along the storyline I've probably watched and probably looks more epic having been watched on the screen or something than it does trying to play it out. You know? Biomutant interview. And I am not don't worry, I'm not going to try, as hilarious as it would be, I'm not going to try to watch an interview of video game things while during loading screens. Oh, shit, may as well. Freaking loading screens in this game could take a while. I think that's just a console thing, though. On a PC, loading screens are a bit faster. I mean, it's got a lot to load, so can't really argue. And gotta see, I think one of the advantages to being a wizard in this game than in the Baldur's Gate or something is that the grimoire things lets you load them up. The major disadvantage is the fact that wait, who the fuck are you? Oh, you're my jailer.
Good day, stranger.
Okay. Greetings, my lord. I'm here to maintain cells for you. Should you take any prisoners in your travels, I'll make sure they attend to as you see fit. I'll be in here right now, but I'm sure you'll change that soon enough. Right. I retrofitted the jail cells. Okay. I remember that now. Nah, the place looks nice now. Shit. I mean, well, as nice as a prison can look. I'm not doing myself any favors, am I? Oh, I wish I could just put up multiple ones instead of just doing them one at a time. Okay, after this I'll do the Bailey and then the walls. No, the walls and the Bailey. No, the walls, then the shops, and then the Bailey. And we're going into Adnua. We're going into the deep, dark depths. On the edge of insanity. Resolve affects concentration and the will and deflection defenses. Do you have the resolve to fight? To bleed, to die in glorious battle? Okay. Hello, little piggy. This is where we found Merwald.
Laying low.
Let's make sure there's nothing else here. And you know what? And oh, this looks like a fake door.
Let's see what lies this way.
No, nothing I can access? Okay. Actually, how's everyone on leveling up? Are we close? Damn, I don't think I've seen a level in a while. Oh yeah, we're close. I mean, close in comparison to where we're at. Hey,
Blade in the dark.
Experience is spread out, right? So, okay. Anyway, this is on normal. Just hoping it's not too painful. Actually, let me save. What the fuck am I doing? How long has it been since I've saved? Dear God. Messed up. I don't want to die. Or at least die more than usual. Then have to reload something so very far away. Okay, I've already been in this room. Oh, we still got his art.
Brave Dalfila.
There's Itamuk and there we have a lot of shit. Wait, is everyone even attacking? It feels like, Grieving Mother over there isn't doing much, is she? Like, she's just standing there, instead of attacking immediately. And heavy iron
Light,
key.
flame, and sound.
Actually, wait a sec. Move vegetables and shit to possession. Oh, that's drugs. Books, too. Good. Meat. There we go. Relatively clear inventory.
We'll keep to ourselves.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ard Nua, the great Engwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course. But should we descend far enough, we will find some real history.
Oh, he sounds so excited.
That great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after. Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar, a keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name. Scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author.
Oh man, they'd be pissed. And here's the offer. You sound very impressed by this Gabranos. They say he held power over the elements. But I'm more interested in his writing. He was a prolific author. I haven't been able to translate everything, but I've seen enough to know that he traveled far and wide. If only we could have met him. What wisdom he could share, but we can follow his example and strive to learn from those around us. Improve upon it. He actually does sound pretty impressive. It'll seem arrogant, now that I've sung his praises, but reading that text, it felt like I was looking through a mirror, at some past version of myself. Ridiculous, isn't it? In any case, I'm no master of the elements. Hey, who knows, maybe your souls, you know. We have reincarnation here, who knows? Could be anybody. And why does this book matter so much? Rauatai faces troubled times. Once we were a unified people, but that's changing, and the Tanvi Oratoa is at the heart of that. There are those who say that we haven't held to its instructions, that we've allowed ourselves to grow weak, and polluted our traditions by welcoming foreigners rather than laying claim to the lands around us. And we must hold to those traditions if we are to make of ourselves a nation to be feared. Isolation, the worst thing a nation can do. My brothers would have it so, but we don't need to isolate ourselves to make Rauatai great. I know there's more to the chant. It wasn't created out of sand and water 1,000 years ago, but brought to Rauatai by the Engwithans, by a people that knew the value of alliances and shared their knowledge with us, and with that knowledge we made Rauatai what it is today. If I can find the original, I can prove it. They'll know that the chant is far older than we believed, that the Engwithans favored peace and the trade of knowledge. If we follow in their footsteps, we can make a kingdom just as grand and lasting as theirs. Yeah, averting conflict is a noble ambition. And a lofty one, I know. I'm glad you feel the same. I feel it's better course for Rauatai. We're a people of many races, and we've always stood together. I feel we are destined for greatness. Are you always this excitable?
If my
Let's start
sources
looking
are
then.
correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two.
True. People like getting buried with their greatest accomplishments.
Let's be off.
At least people in RPGs like to be, in fantasy settings, like
What's
to be buried
this?
with their greatest accomplishments.
Silent.
And that's a way down. Oh! Wow, look at this. We have a map. We're in level 1. Is that a hand? Wow, carved in the rock. That is pretty cool.
Let's see what lies this way.
Cape of Withdrawal, disengagement defense bonus. I like to keep all the
Thoughts will
name
be as
stuff like
silent as
that.
my feet.
Oh damn, we haven't actually found any rings or anything in a while, have we? Everyone, attack! Oh shit. Unstealth! Everyone, oh shit, we're gonna lose Durance. Shit, you two, get in there. Start punching shit. Who are you fighting?
Dead on!
Let's not lose Durance, please. And why is Durance taking all the fucking hits? Someone fix this. Damn it, do you really have to have no ranged abilities on your first thing? Yeah, I probably should have retrained her level too, and then I came into a bunch of money before she starts leveling up, and it's impossible. Okay, we need skeletons. We need legions.
Can't get a good shot with this.
And here come the skeletons! Wait, why is my bear doing nothing? Yeah, pausing is essential to survival, and oh, the fox is about to go down. You've already used your per encounter thing, haven't you? And I don't want to use any of your per rest stuff. Oh, the fox is fine. Sorry, fox. Here, I'll mark it, and then someone will use a wounding, and you'll use a wounding shot or something. Having a hunting buddy is quite fun. And are you still standing there doing nothing? He is. Well, fuck. Lady, we need to have a talk. Yep, fox is knocked out. Open fire! And we all did pretty well, except for poor little Edamuck. But see, the thing about these guys is they don't have any, they don't suffer any penalties from dying long term. Which is great for me. And a sword, okay. Beetle shell and a bunch of spider legs.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, let's explore every inch of the joint. We're not doing too bad. Wait, let's get everyone back into their normal equipment first. There you go, okay. Warbow, slower than a hunting bow, but deals more damage. And oh, I think we missed a lootable corpse in the room that we were just in that we apparently didn't fully explore. No, I fail as a murder hobo. I missed a corpse. Okay, I feel better now.
I'll give it a
And
try,
we have so
at
many
least.
lockpicks. Just feel free to open up everything. Alright, big one in back. Do something. Oh shit, Durance, really? Is that a dare? Okay, who's back here again? A Grieving Mother, Sagani, Kana. Okay. I would have been worried if a dare was there. That's just an oh fuck moment. No, no. Kill something. You blind. And I guess I'll switch to my melee weapon. Come on, Durance, pull Holy Radiance. Pull right out. And, oh, he pulled it, and he's still dying. Second wind. You switch to Justice and help out Durance. And you aim at the thing trying to kill the priest. Pretty pleased with sugar on top. Okay, you mark him. And then I'll wounding shot this one. And Adair, what the fuck are you doing? Remind me next time I get a chance to retrain the Grieving Mother, so she will have some more ranged abilities at low level. His melee only is kind of annoying. Wait, she's not doing anything, is she? Kill something! You don't even have to kill it, just hit it! Okay, wait a sec. Let me check something for a second. As a ranged character... Class behavior none. None?! When did that shit happen? I don't remember telling you not to do shit.
A blade in the dark.
Hey, remember, rob the joint blind. They're murder hobos. Did I just pick up like a ripe sponge or something? Okay. They're being very quiet. It's beetle season. Looters, how the fuck did you get in here? Now this is just disappointing. This is some disappointing shit right here. Okay, Kana, you're over here. My bear's over there too. Katapa, you hit that. Durance, that's fine. I can't really see what you're aiming at, so just knock him down. Okay, and you use this because it can jump to targets. Alright, get in some kind of visual range of that. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? Okay, that was just a mine thing, fucking everyone over. Okay, Kana's got his thing up, so let's, have some skeletons over here. So they'll hit the guy with a crossbow. They're doing exactly as I asked. And oop. I think you know what that beeping is by now. That's the end of this episode. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like, subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter for channel updates, pictures, dogs, and cats, and whatever the fuck else I decide to put out there. So goodbye, humans and non-humans alike, and good whatever applies to you.